Yes! Another episode of the No Stress podcast. I know what you're thinking. This is so good. I've really enjoyed listening so far. Well, there's another episode and it's coming up now. And there'll be loads of future ones. Just saying. This episode's with Joe Creak, who's my best mate. Sorry to the other mates. I have to say, you know what he's like. I have to say he's my best mate, or it will slip a bit of acid in my dinner. So we talk about positivity, creativity. We eat a pizza. Do you know what? Do I have to say any more? We eat a pizza on a podcast. What else is there to say? Nothing. I know there's not. Me and Joe did the Jam Sandwich and Hippie podcast for a while, and you might be lucky enough to get new content soon. We don't want Beatlemania again, so just try and calm down until it's released. All right. He's got a new series out which is called the Scratch Podcast, and that will be out very soon, and I will let you know. Just keep an eye out. Oh, the phone's ringing. That's probably someone wants to sign us up. Oh no, they're gone. That was a PPI thing. I haven't got PPI. Fuck. Yeah, so Joe has got a new podcast called The Scratch Podcast, which is conversations with people. And he's going to talk about all sorts of stuff. And trust me, I've heard it. And it's fucking good. So, as I mentioned, we speak about positivity, creativity, art, football. We get involved in the old pizza. We knock that down. Don't worry about that. We deal with that straight up. So, yeah, just enjoy. Oh, one thing to say, actually, is that he's the best man at my wedding. Kind of important. I chose him to be the best man as I sort of thought it will be the beginning of his stand-up career and I might make a bit of money out of him. Podcast, go! Welcome to No Stress Podcast with me. Dave Williams is me. It's a podcast where I meet up and chat with people, which is actually every podcast, really. Can't actually think of a podcast where that isn't it. Maybe there's a gap in the market. A podcast where you don't talk. We're going to chat to and get to know all types of people. We're going to speak about life, positivity, politics, philosophy, football, food, music, creativity, everything and anything. And we're going to have a laugh along the way. No stress. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the No Stress Podcast, Joe. How you doing, son?
Good.
Son? Boy? Mate?
Yeah, whatever. Call me whatever you want, mate.
How you doing?
I'm really good, actually. Are we going to pretend that whole other bit didn't happen with the pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm good, mate. I just had a cracking pizza.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And you made it yourself.
Well,
But like works of art, they were.
I didn't make the pizza, really. But I got the base from Sainsbury's.
Yeah, but does anyone really make the base anymore?
What's the point?
I haven't got time for that.
Like, when people go out and they make pastry, when they make sausage rolls.
Yeah, and they make it themselves.
What's the point, mate? It's like £1 for puff pastry in Tesco's.
And it's probably better than you can make as well.
Have you got a quid? Yeah, we'll pop to the shop and get it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
How much? It probably costs about £3 to make pastry, doesn't it?
You're wasting time and money.
Yeah. And, it's not going to be as good. So, this podcast is about positivity and living life and talking about things you like. And that's what we're doing now. So,
Why have you picked me? I'm probably the least positive person you
everyone
know.
says that. Literally everyone. And
Yeah,
I go, well,
they're liars.
I can see something in you. I say that every
Yeah?
time. I don't say that every time. But no, you are positive.
There's an element to me that's positive.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little positive me
Yeah, in a bag.
buried deep below somewhere.
Or
There's
just
like
in
the
your pocket.
child, the child me.
Yeah.
But adult me has kind of smothered it with tax and work and terrorism. And I've gone, sorry, child Joe.
Get back in your box.
Get back in your box, boy. There's some serious shit going on.
And that's a metaphorical child as well. It's not a
not
child.
a literal child.
You can't keep children in a box, and that's something we'll talk about later. That's not on the list.
I think and this probably sounds a bit pretentious, and it's not pretentious. What it is, if you want to think it's pretentious, that's fine.
Yeah, it's not up to us what they think.
If you asked me if I was a glass half full or glass half empty, I'd probably go for empty because I want my glass to be full. And if I was going, oh, it's half full, I wouldn't even bother topping it up.
Yeah.
Like if I go, oh, it's half empty, top it up, mate.
That's interesting because I always think negativity, can't speak properly, which is good for a podcast. Negativity is sort of respect for the difficultness of life. So if you just like, well, all the time, like,
well, it's like, do you want to be ignorantly bliss? Like, what would you rather do? Like, because obviously negativity, it's kind of like you're acknowledging that things could go wrong.
Yeah.
There are things that are going on wrong around you, and you take like a lot of stress and you put it on your shoulders. But then you can be just ignorant to everything and be happy. So it's like difficult.
But then you wouldn't learn anything if you were like that. I think. But
then why would you care? You wouldn't care if you didn't learn anything because you're happy.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Is that good? Is that necessarily a good thing?
I don't know.
I don't think. Well, personally, I wouldn't want to live like that. I'd prefer to be stressed and negative sometimes.
That's because that's the way you are now. So you're looking at the people who are happy but ignorant and seeing that as something you wouldn't want to do. But you're forgetting the main thing I'm saying is, even though they're ignorant, they're happy. So they're going to go, well, of course I want to live like this, because they don't know any better.
Yeah, they don't. So they're happy. They're just happy. But I think if you think about what would you prefer, it's difficult to prefer. Because you think,
if I was an outsider, I guess it's like the Matrix thing. I mean, I don't know how I brought the Matrix into it.
Good film.
It's like saying when he says, if you take the blue pill, whatever, you will live this fake life, be really happy, but it's not real.
No.
Or would you take this red pill and you'll know that the real life, but it's a bit shit. And I guess that's the same situation. And he took the red pill.
What's reality though? Really, it's what you're experiencing, surely.
Yeah, I don't know what reality is. I mean, I'm the last person to ask that.
We could be in a computer simulation at the moment.
Have you ever seen the film? Oh no, The Truman Show.
I haven't seen it, but I'm watching it this weekend because I've got the DVD.
I always think my life is The Truman Show, and I think 90% of people who have watched The Truman Show will have some element they can relate to where they go, yeah, I've always thought my life is like The Truman Show. It's basically your life is being watched by everyone, and it's being analysed. And if you're a religious person, I guess that's true, because God is watching you.
God's the audience, and Jesus, he probably pops around on a Sunday. I used to get a thing where I thought that for only a little period where I thought, it's possible that everyone is a robot and I'm the only one that's real.
Yeah, I don't even know if that isn't true, because I might be a robot. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't there when I was made.
If we were in a computer generation or simulation, you wouldn't know.
No.
You just think, well, this is life, isn't it?
The thing is that I feel like I might be the worst person for this podcast, because I have those little thoughts sometimes where, we can go into those thoughts and get really deep into it and go, oh, what's reality? And I don't know, you can think of like, what's the meaning of life? And then I just think, oh God, fuck that, I'll just have a bottle of wine.
And just pass me the bottle.
Yeah, that sounds like I'm being an alcoholic. I don't mean I'd always do that. I mean, I just get distracted by life in itself and go, oh, what's going on in the news? And I stop thinking about that, because it's just like, it's not going to get me anywhere.
Well, don't know about that. It could bring you peace. You could get used to the magnitude of life and just feel comfortable. Just somehow become comfortable with it.
Yeah, but what would me knowing if this was reality or not reality? Like, what would that do? Like, what's the end game? Like, what would, if I found out that this was reality, and then what?
Yeah. Well,
what would I do? Like, what would I use with that? What would I do with that information? It could be terrifying, and I might cry the rest of my life. And we're never going to find out, so just crack on.
You might find out eventually.
Maybe when you die.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd know then, but it's probably such a split second. It's not even worth thinking about.
What if it's just like, what if you do die and it comes out?
Well, I definitely will die, boy.
I'm trying to avoid it.
Yeah.
What if we die and then you sort of think, hang on a sec,
there she is.
There she is.
How
You did say
it. Look at her. I know. All right.
I said I was going to do that if she walked past. You could die.
Are you scared of death? Sorry, I'll let you finish.
No, you could die, and then what if as soon as you die, if it's definitely the end, or
you're conscious of the fact that it could be the end forever.
Yeah, and then you suddenly know that that's it now, and that's it. Or there's a little split second where you go, I'm going somewhere. I'm going to the atmosphere. I'm going into the universe to live with energy and light, and that's it.
Oh God, if you if it was going to be a complete nothingness for eternity, you wouldn't want to know, would you? That'd be the most depressing thing.
I suppose it's different sides of the same coin in the respect that it doesn't matter both ways. Because if you die and it's nothing, well, this life's pointless. And if you die and it's something, well, this life's pointless.
But it's something Ricky Gervais says. People worry about death, and I do worry a little bit, not to the extent where I used to be like when I was a kid. It used to keep me up at night thinking about it. But then it's like, you don't think about the billions of years you weren't alive because you weren't conscious in that time, and all the billions of years after you, you're not going to be aware of it. You're not going to think, oh God, I wish I was alive again. So he says treat life as a bit of a holiday. Really. It's ridiculous how short the time is, but you just won't know.
Yeah.
But that also terrifies me. Like, I don't want to get into it because it's just madness. But imagine, because I know it sounds really, really stupid, but all you know is the reality that we have at the moment because we've been alive so long. So we don't think about the billions of years before us because it's just like you can't think of that. No. You can't think of that life without you because. Yeah, I can't get my head around all that. So then to think that when you die, this is a positive podcast, isn't it? When you die, that's just it, forever. Like, even though you won't be conscious of it, it's still terrifying. Like, oh right, so even though we weren't before us, eternity was without us, and we didn't know. And I know after us will be an eternity, and we won't know. But it's still fucking terrifying. Go, oh right, so. I don't know. I can't get my head around it. It really scares me.
Yeah, but what also it doesn't actually scare me, but it is terrifying. I just accept it. That time is the Big Bang is just a theory. That's just someone's idea. That's not proven, really.
Yeah.
So it's possible that time has been around forever. The universe. Everything, there's always been something, and that's kind of mental to think about.
It's just mad. Like,
when you think about that, my brain stops working.
Yeah, this is what I mean by when I say to you about thinking about reality. I don't want to get into it because I am a really, really deep thinker.
Yeah.
But when I start going down that road, it just kind of, because I guess I don't like things where I can't get the answers. Like, I try really hard to get answers out of everything. Like, I don't like the unknown. It terrifies me, even if it's something as simple as, I don't know.
Anything that you don't know what's going to happen.
Just anything. It could be very, very simple, like a daily task.
Go into the pub, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, things like that. I get anxieties about that. So when I start thinking about things that I have no control over and I know that I'll never find out. So I just don't think about it because it terrifies me.
I think that key to happiness is literally just living in the moment. There's that meme I saw the other day, and it was like a dog and its owner. The owner was sitting on the bench, and it had like a thought bubble coming out the human's head, and it was like thinking about football, foods, and everything. And then it showed a thought bubble of the dog's brain, and it was just a picture of him, the dog and its owner.
Oh, that's nice.
And it was like, I saw that, I was like, yes, that's the key to happiness. That's the key to life. Just live in the moment. But there's so many distractions that it's so hard.
I think I am a positive person, and I'm a spiritual person in the sense of I will find that within myself. And I'll try and explain myself a little bit because that doesn't really make sense. I don't believe in like a big spiritual world where there's this energy floating about and this like, I feel like you make your own engine. You make your own. You've got cosmic dust tattooed on you. I feel like you make your own cosmic dust. I don't think things happen for a reason. I think you make things happen for a reason. So if something bad happens and then something good comes out of it, it's because you're making the decision and to make something good come out of that. It hasn't gone, say if something really horrible happens and then go, everything happens for a reason, and go, well, it doesn't. It's just that you look at that and go, how can we make something good out of this? And I think because there can be people who are really, really negative and very depressed, and they're in deprived countries, and they probably don't, let's be honest, they're not thinking about cosmic dust and this amazing positive energy, and that because it's just not, in their eyes, that's not even like a thought process. That's just like, go get food or water. But where we've got the kind of time to think about it, and we go, and I think you just make yourself spiritual. Like you have to find it. it's not a thing that exists. It's just something you create yourself. That's what I think of it as. And
yeah, so you create the energy around your life.
You create it.
If you're positive, it brings in positivity.
It doesn't. I don't think positivity exists outside of the human body. I don't think that works. I think it's all made up in your brain, and I believe in. Yeah, you can be as positive as you make yourself, but there's no like energy floating around, or there's no like vibes that send off positive kind of that kind of it's just all created yourself. Because like I said, I just don't believe in that.
Yeah, in a way, I don't know if I agree or disagree with that, but in a way, if that is true, then that's actually quite beautiful.
Yeah. But then, do you know what the thing is that obviously I suffer from anxiety, and it's weird to know that the person who's in control of being happy and not having anxiety is me.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who can kind of deal with that and make myself a more positive person. And sometimes I find that really reassuring, because you think, wait a minute, I'm in control of my own positive energy. I'm in the kind of driving seat of this kind of, like I say, when I say cosmic dust, I can make this whole universe be amazing. But then it terrifies you, because you think,
that's a big task.
Oh God, can it not just be there? Yeah. Can it not just be like press a button, or can I not just believe in this positive energy and like everything happens for a reason? And could it not just be as simple as that? But it's not. So it's kind of reassuring to know that you're in control of it, but then it's fucking annoying because you've got to actually do something about it.
Yeah,
you can't just kind of keep going, oh no, it's fine, because everything happens for a reason, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, and it's a heavy weight to like carry, knowing that one, like you say, one hand it's great because you can control it. On the other hand, it's hard because you want. It'd be nice if someone else could.
And it's like, and because you know you're in control of it. If you're not an overly positive person, you think, oh, bloody hell, I'm going to screw this up somehow. Yeah. I'm going to somehow not be positive because I'm a bit of a knob.
Well, that's the problem. Like, like if something negative, if you're having a good day, but you know, like last week something bad happened or whatever, the whole time that you're having a good time is just sort of tarnished by the fact your thought that something's going to go wrong. So that's really difficult to work through that.
It's all about like training your brain, and I find that so hard because I read a lot of. Well, I don't actually. I sometimes read books on being positive, and when I read those books, I'm like, bloody hell, yeah, I can do this. Like it's, I can train my brain. I can train the way I think, and I actually do feel a lot better. And I think, yeah, do you know what? If I make a conscious effort on being happy, being positive, being nice to other people, it will just automatically make you feel good. But the annoying thing is that when you read, it's not like reading a book on learning French, because when you read it, you've learnt French.
Yeah, it's literally
facts that go in, and you don't have to work on it every day. But exercising your brain is exactly like exercising your body. Yeah. In the fact that, you might know the workouts to make you get a six pack, but if you don't do them every day, you're not going to get a six pack. Yeah.
But also working on your body is an exact science. You know what I mean? If you don't eat, if you eat less and you do the right weights and that, but I don't think your brain chemical reactions aren't. It's not an exact science. It's like you sort of like a journey. Make it up as you go along until you figure out what makes you feel good or what makes you feel better or less shit.
Yeah, I think it's like really tiring to if you read a book on positivity and you kind of go, yeah, right, that makes sense. I'll do that every day.
Yeah,
and then you feel really good, but you know that feeling's only going to last so long.
Yeah.
And it's really like a really disheartening feeling where you go, I'm going to have to read that again and do actions again tomorrow to make myself feel happy or positive. Or you're a more positive person than me. You always have been, whereas I'm not.
Yeah.
So I have to really work on it. And it's a very frustrating feeling where you go, if I didn't do this again, if I didn't read this book, or I didn't read about tips on how to be a positive person, if I didn't do that again, then I'm just fucked. Yeah. It's like, oh God, I've got to make this conscious effort every day to actually kind of like make myself, and it's just, that's a really annoying
not only every day, every second.
Yeah.
But then also that is actually, it's like the recovery thing where like Russell Brand in that book is like, you don't have to not be a drug addict forever today. You just don't be a drug addict today,
Yeah.
and then you do. So it's, you know, I
That's
guess
very true.
You know, you don't have to be positive forever today. You just have to be positive now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's easy to say when you fucking sat just eating a pizza, drinking a wine with your mate. Yeah,
I think it's also because I'm a massive control freak. I like to know what's going on. I like to be in control over everything. So when my like emotions and feelings, I'm not like when I start to feel things that I shouldn't. It's like, oh God, I'm not even in control of my own emotions, and it drives you mad. Like,
right.
oh my God, I'm not feeling happy. Like, what do I do? Then I start searching for the things really quickly. Like, go, why aren't I happy? Like, and it's just very annoying because I'm not in control, and I find that really hard as well.
Yeah, because
But I am a really positive. But I know I am, even though I sound like I'm a bit of a downer. I think
I don't think so, because I think you acknowledge that you've got that issue. Like I think some people just don't even acknowledge it. They can't be bothered to even think about it.
Yeah.
They just fill it with like just loads of shit and being a bit horrible and just like, you know. But you realise
I am a person, and since I met Katie, this time like a year ago, I was probably very unhappy. But now Katie's given me like that kind of happiness, but it's still trying to find it within. I know it sounds really like cliche, but trying to find it within yourself a little bit more. Like go just on your day-to-day business. Just I don't know, but I'm getting there.
I think if somebody makes you happy, then you are already you've already figured it out for yourself, because you can't have nobody can make you happy until you know you're on the right road.
Yeah, no, that is very true.
And also no one's just like accomplished, like, you know.
Yeah,
I think you don't have to like accept yourself completely. You just have to understand that you have to, and then you're going down a certain path, and then you can let someone in and they make your life better, make it easier.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Because like you say, if I wasn't happy,
within yourself, you couldn't let Katie in.
Yeah, no, that's very true. What the I completely forgot what I was going to say. Do one of your questions. Right. I forgot. What was I going to say? Don't know. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. You're on a podcast.
All right, not an arty question, but what's the best thing about being alive? The best thing about life.
That's so difficult. I think when
I won't hold you to it. Like, you know, if you go, oh, this is the best in 10 years, I'll go.
It's those unplanned moments where time doesn't exist. So like right now, this is like my best moment right now, because like that time doesn't exist right now. I'm loving doing this podcast, and it's those little moments that you get. They're so unplanned, and it could be something very, very simple, where you might book a really expensive hotel in a really amazing country, and you might book a really fancy meal, but then you won't get this little feeling. It's like it could be something as small as, say, let me use me and Katie for example, that, you know, we've done lots of things like, you know, we're going on holiday next week, and lots of planned events. We go, because you plan it because obviously you want to do something because it's going to make you happy. Yeah. But then it's the little moments. Like I can think of quite a lot of moments where they're so spontaneous and you don't expect them, and there's just like this little spark. Where like I think it was as simple as just laying in bed, and then you're both just looking at each other, and that's it. And you go, that's a moment. Like it's those little random moments in life where you don't really expect it. They're really unplanned, and then you kind of get that feeling inside. You go, oh yeah, right. This is life. Like, this is amazing. You can plan all you want, and you can have all the money, and you know,
you can't buy those.
You can't buy those little moments, and that's what I love. And you can go chasing for those moments as much as you want. You can go, oh, but if I do this, if I organise this, and it'd be really romantic, or if I organise my life this way, if I get this record deal, if I get this, but then you go, oh God, I'm still not happy, and you're like chasing it, and then there's like this split second, which, like time doesn't exist, and everything just kind of comes. I don't know, it just all kind of fits.
Just being like, just appreciating the exact moment.
Yeah, and like it's just the unplanned bits, and that's what I love. I can't think of. I can't think of another way to describe it, but that's it really. It's just like those little moments where really unexpected, and you go, oh right, yeah, this is life. That's amazing.
Those moments are like exactly what you should be doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like this, or every time we do a podcast, I feel like that.
Yeah.
I feel I don't think about anything. I just enjoy the moment. And you know, like if we go for a coffee out of the blue or something like that, you're doing what you should be doing at that time. Yeah, you can't really you can't plan that.
No,
for sure.
you can't plan
You're
it.
right.
So it's the little unplanned feelings where, I don't know. That's it really, because there's obviously loads of. What was the question?
The best thing about being alive all your life. Yeah. The best thing about
it's that, because obviously I could say things like my niece, I could say Katie, I could say like my dog and my mum. You know, those things, but you know, even though they are the best things in my life, because that's what makes me, that's what I'm surrounded by, but you know what I mean by those kind of real amazing moments,
really
that come out
authentic,
of nowhere.
like just out of blue. It's funny because every time I ask that question, everybody says something like that. No, I think if I asked everybody on the street that question, I don't think will be many that would go, "Oh, my car,
my Xbox, love it."
Nobody's going to say that.
No, it's not. You can't think of material things, or
maybe some people might.
Like I say, even though the best things in your life are the people you surround yourself with, because otherwise why would you surround yourself with those people? But it's just those little moments you have with them people, really, or even by yourself sometimes, like, you know. I don't know.
Just enjoying because it's an unplanned moment. I mean, even like you could even do it on the train home, like stumble across a song and go,
it's a little moment you don't realise. Also, I love a bank holiday.
Yeah, they're nice. Because Sundays before a bank holiday Monday.
I love a Sunday.
Do you know what that
with
might
a
be
bank holiday Monday?
Yeah,
it's something else. Because Sundays are my favourite day.
Yeah.
When Monday, you've got Monday
off. Yeah.
Because it's just incredible. Because Saturdays are a little bit like Christmas or New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You've got some kind of expectation that, I've got to fit it in with some pretty good stuff. You know, like I've been working all week. What am I going to do with the Saturday? Saturday's the day. Yeah. And then Sunday, you're going, I don't have to do too much. You know, you just relax, put a roast on, chill out, watch some TV. You kind of allow yourself to relax more. But then it gets to about 4 o'clock, and then you go, Monday's coming. Yeah. But bank holidays,
they do not, unless you work on bank holidays, then. But, you know, Fridays are good.
That dog's annoying me.
Yeah, but, you know, there often is dogs in this. Like Ben Coker's dog going mental.
I heard that one.
I think it's nice to have a dog around.
Yeah, but you don't have to live upstairs to it. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, it can be annoying.
Luckily, we've got 2 dogs downstairs. They're little yappy ones.
Yeah.
But the one upstairs is like a wolf.
Yeah.
It howls. Woof. It's impressive. No, not like that. It's not a howl. That's just that's
I better not do it.
Set it off. Have I answered that? I don't feel like that's a good enough answer.
I think that's a good answer.
It's a bit like cliche, isn't it? But
no,
I can't.
And you done 2. You done one serious one and one funny one, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a limit to art? Can anything be art? Do you look in the moment and think this is art?
The thing is, I think art is all about context. That's what is context, because if you walk past a cigarette butt, it's not art.
No.
But then if Banksy uploaded a picture of a cigarette butt, you go, wait a minute, what does that mean? Is there a meaning behind that? Yeah. Or like, it's all about context. It means where you are, even who you are, kind of just everything. Art isn't, like, I don't look at what's that picture? I think it's called Scream. The picture.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, Scream. I think it is called Scream, isn't it?
Yeah, or even the sunflower painting.
Yeah.
Like Van Gogh, is it?
Yeah, he chopped his ear off. He needs to be on this podcast.
That to me, it's just all right. It's just a picture of like some flowers. So I find art more where you have I don't know what the word is. Is it, what's art where you like it's not a good painting of something?
Impressionist, abstract.
Yeah, like art to me is when it's just a bit, you have to think. And when I look at the sunflowers, I don't think of anything.
You just think, that's a nice painting. That's a nice flowers.
But that is art. And in like I say, in context, to someone who appreciates that and someone who is, I think everything's art in context. Because you can, like a nice day is art.
Yeah. Football can be
Football
art.
is art. It's all about context. It's
Yeah.
where it is, how you feel, what you. It's if you even put a bit of graffiti that looks shit, but you put it in a museum, you go, God, yeah, that's got some meaning.
They were saying something
That's
there.
really-
They said, fuck off.
Yeah,
in some
or
art.
if say something like I guess the Berlin Wall, that's art, but it's not. It wasn't made for art. They
It just
didn't put
became art.
It's
yeah.
like you didn't put it up and go, "Oh, this is lovely, this wall." But like you look back and people go look at it as art because, say if you, I don't know, like
the
a
wall.
street. So just a street. A street's not art. But then say if something mad happened down it or someone lived there, you go, you can look at it like art. Like you'd want to go see. I guess art is more like when I say art, I'm thinking like being interested by something.
Yeah.
Like even going to see what's the I can't remember her name. The little girl's diary within War.
Anne Frank.
Anne Frank.
That's
like,
art. Yeah.
That's art in its way. And that diary wasn't made to go. Oh, she's not painting a picture.
No.
She's not like got a paintbrush out and she's painting a nice picture of a flower.
I suppose anything that's created out of nothing is art.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and that's what I mean by context.
Yeah.
It's just whatever. Yeah, like it's all about context.
Yeah, I saw a painting in the Tate, and it wasn't a painting actually. It was a canvas on the wall. It just had a big slit on it, and then on the next to it, the description was, "This symbolises looking into the abyss." And I just thought, you've got away with that.
That's what I mean. It's all about context because it's there. You think, but it's art in a way because you remembered it.
Yeah,
That's
well,
art.
it made me think.
That's art because you had a thought process about it and you remembered that. There might have been.
That might have even had a bigger impact than I realised on me.
That's what I mean because there might have been so many things in there that you found impressive and thought, wow, that's really talented and like you've really got your kind of. You've shown the skill you have to produce that, whereas that's just a slit.
Yeah.
But you remembered that, and that's art because it's made an impact on you without even knowing whether it's a negative or positive.
Yeah.
It's making an impact.
It may have even had a really profound effect on the way I think about stuff without me knowing.
That's it. And I remember when I went to Dismaland, so it's like by Banksy when I can't remember where it was, and it was like Disneyland, but Dismaland, and it was just full of art. And one thing that I just found really interesting, I don't know, it was just a table, like a desk, and around it was just scrunched up pieces of paper, where obviously it was given the impression of someone who had kept writing down ideas, scrunching up and throwing on the floor. I don't know why that's amazing. That to me, I was just like, that's incredible. But if you walk past, if you was in someone's house, like if I was in your house and there was a desk there with just scrunched up bits of paper on the floor, I wouldn't go, that's good. That
I suppose that's good. It was probably like a similar way that a 6-course meal could be good because it sort of is in the right order and it sort of sets off the right chemicals in your head. And
I think everything is art, and it's just I really do. I think everything's art. It's just, and I don't mean that like saying it. It's easy to sound pretentious when you talk about art or life or positivity, but I'm not trying to be. I'm just.
It's saying what you feel.
Yeah, it's what I really feel in the sense of if I took a picture now of just a plain wall and uploaded that, that's not visually pleasing in the sense of I'm very artistic and I'm very skilled at my art. But then someone might look at that and go, why has he uploaded a picture of a blank wall? What was behind that person? What was the thought process when he did that? Like, was he going through something? Why has he uploaded that? And that creates the art in itself. Do you see what I mean?
I definitely agree. Yeah. It's like the art is not even the bit piece; it's the subtext around.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Donald Trump news. I mean, this isn't a regular item, but. This isn't even a big bit, but I saw Donald Trump in like a Q&A or a press conference or something refer to the CEO of Apple, whose name is Tim Cook, as Tim Apple. And I saw that and I just thought...
Just called Donald Trump, Donald Dickhead.
Donald Twat.
Yeah.
Is that intelligent or funny? I just loved that.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't. It could be anything. I make the rules, you make the rules. Tim Apple. Do you think that was a mistake or did he think his name was Apple? Because he's got Trump Tower on the thing. He thinks everyone names their company after their name, maybe.
I don't know. I mean...
Tim Apple.
I didn't even know that happened. Tim Apple.
I'll show you. I want to show
I mean, you don't show me. I believe you. I
Nah.
don't think you're lying.
Oh,
no,
I'll show you.
Well, fair enough. You want to show me? You want to show me? Yeah. Nothing's happening there.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Blank screen.
It'll happen.
No, got nothing there. There we go. Fuck off. Maybe he's
A mistake?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
He's just mad, isn't he?
What? It's just like like political comedians or people who've got YouTube channels or they do cartoons in the papers. Cartoonists, they're called, and they do like satirical political bits. They must just be thinking, "This is too easy for me. I don't have to work for anything at the moment."
Trump's weird because the thing is with Hitler, he looked terrifying.
Yeah,
he looked scary.
That little moustache.
What's the Russian leader called? What's his name?
Putin.
He looks scary.
Always got his top off.
Yep. Even the Korean.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un.
Yeah. He looks scary.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump just doesn't look scary, does he?
He just looks like a rich man.
And but the thing is, I know like the quotes he's done really bad, like grab her by the fanny. That's awful.
Pussy.
But then I've heard loads of people say that down the pub. Like,
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can't.
Do they?
No, never heard that once. I've never been down the pub when I heard someone go grab her by the fanny.
Oh, that we all do that down the pub.
But what I mean is, at the moment, but I'm not. But the thing is, I'm not very good at politics. I don't keep up to date. Has he done anything that bad yet?
It's just called the CEO Tim Apple.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
is
quite
that bad?
sweet. That's quite
funny.
nice. Yeah,
that's
I like
not
that.
Oh, kill him! Get rid of him. I just think.
I like when he tweets and he goes, "Donald Trump, another successful month for Donald Trump." It's great.
At the moment, he hasn't even built a wall.
Oh no, he loves that wall though. Didn't going on about it.
I don't know if talking politics with me is going to be a good idea. I don't know enough. Like, not about Trump. I just don't know.
It's just mad, isn't it? But I think that's just like a lot of, well, not a lot. Almost all politics is just an illusion anyway.
Yeah.
It's just like it's whatever they want you to think. Yeah. That's it.
That's it. I completely agree. But yeah, I think when Trump came in, everyone thought that the world was going to end.
Yeah.
Like there'll be wars going on everywhere. There'll be, I don't know, I think people looked at him as like the next Hitler. And to be honest, everyone seems like they're alright.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I can't speak because I don't know. Like I don't follow it.
I struggle with that. I think it was when I did an episode with Bobby. I said, do you think that these people are thinking, let's make these decisions and fuck people's lives up? I don't know.
No.
I don't think
the thing is that reassures me a little bit about Trump being president is that he's not in it for the money because he's fucking rich. Yeah. So he's not in it for the money. So that's one thing ticked off. He's not like, okay, he might be in it for the power, but then he was pretty powerful to begin with.
Yeah.
But he must have some real ideas that I don't know, because then you can you go back to Hitler. I'm sure Hitler wasn't in it.
He had a lot of good ideas.
Like,
boy.
I don't know. I can't. I'm not in a position to speak back because I don't know. Like, he's a good villain to have, isn't he? He's a funny pantomime villain.
He sort of. Well, he doesn't fit the narrative, but he sort of does because it's so mental.
Yeah.
I worry about people where they have to have a building with their name on it and then be the president.
Yeah, I worry about it.
What?
But yeah,
what?
As far as I know, I don't think he's done anything. He says weird
mad
things.
Shit, like about Mexicans being rapists.
Yeah, that is a weird thing to say, and it's so wrong. It's unbelievable. I know zero Mexicans, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
I'll only call the ones that are rapists. Yeah, I'm not calling them all it.
But I don't know. I can't have an opinion on him because he hasn't done anything really. Like, he said some weird shit. But
the maddest thing that I saw recently is that he tweeted about Kim Jong-un, the North Korean president fella, and he said, little rocket man, stay in your box or something like that.
What?
I mean, that's mad, isn't it? Because he's got a
like
big old
rap battle.
Yeah, I know. And then the other day he was like, Kim Jong-un, North Korea is very successful under him. I was like, yeah, but you slagged him off a minute ago. The problem with him is that he does this thing where he says anything and then it becomes impossible to know what's true, so he can get away with everything.
It just reminds me of a kid in the playground who wants to be liked. The bully in the playground who's actually harmless. but he just wants to be liked by everyone deep down. I look at him, and he doesn't look like a vicious, horrible man. He just looks like a man who's very powerful,
empty,
and he wants to be liked, and he doesn't know how to react. So he calls people names, and then when they actually meet them and talk to them, go, "Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, can I be your friend?"
The thing about it must just be a plan, mustn't it? That can't be by accident that they've got a president who calls people names. That must have been the plan.
I don't know.
It can't be they can't be the plan. Is it the plan?
I don't know. I can't offer much in this department because I feel like if someone listening to me who actually follows politics and I'm going, he's harmless, they'll probably go, shut up, you mad? He's been doing all he's been things. Up to this, so I don't feel in a good enough position to talk about him because I just don't know. He's just a good pantomime villain to me, and until he starts doing some proper naughty boy stuff, I can't say
like what?
Him. I don't know, killing people,
throwing his wig about.
I don't know if he just went right. Well,
you're
kill
dead.
All gingers, then I'll go, that's wrong.
God, I'll be fuming. I'm getting married to one. I can go mental.
Yeah, but that's not America. It should be fine, mate.
Yeah, it should be right.
Different laws, different restrictions. Next question, because I can't do Trump.
Let's try and do the quickest advert ever. This podcast is sponsored by Vocal Zone, which is a throat pastel company. It's basically a throat pastel that soothes your voice, keeps you nice and smooth. Slow down a bit. They also do teas. They've got various flavours like myrrh and mint, red sage and fennel, and lemon, ginger and manuka leaf. And they're bloody delicious and they really work. They keep you smooth in the old voice. Enter a code onto their website, which is VZNoStress19, VZNoStress19, onto their product code thing, and you'll make me look good. Yeah, I just think if a cow came home,
no one would believe us.
No, if we could do it till the cows come home, but if a cow literally
go anyway
I would leave.
Yeah.
I'd pack up so quickly if a cow came home and when I'm home, I'd pack up. I might even not pack up. I'd just leave. I'd take my laptop, leg it,
run through the window.
Yeah,
like James Bond.
Yeah, or what's the one that does caves and there's that little monkey there?
Indiana Jones.
That's him.
Is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. What effect does art creativity have on society?
On society?
Do you think it shapes people's
Can I
opinions?
just say, I apologise for the dog downstairs.
Don't worry. Dogs are an important part of this podcast.
Annoying though. I think it's probably more annoying for me because I have to live with that.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
Well, people listening will only have to deal with it an hour and a half,
when
2
you
hours.
go, the dog will still be going.
Yeah. But for me, it's just a moment of time.
And when I listen back to this podcast, I'll be starting to feel some kind of anger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that dog again.
I've got to see that when I get home.
I don't know, because you're kind of asking me in a way to speak for society, and I'm only just a speck of it.
Just you're part of society. I think you've got
what art does it have on it? I think it just distracts us, keeps us entertained, looks for a bigger picture. Like I was talking about earlier, like it's all about context. And let's be honest, art's nothing. Like.
Do you
really?
think?
Yeah, of course it is. It's nothing. It's a painting. It's like even the thing I was talking about, because I look for art and I want to find art in a lot of things, and different people take different things away from art, and art is different to everyone. But really, art is nothing.
Do you think?
I
just think art is the only thing that will just last forever.
No, but I agree with you. But I'm saying the physical sense of art is nothing. The painting itself is just a picture. The road, like if you think something's beautiful, it's not actually anything.
You think it's a distraction only, or do you?
Yeah, maybe I did just say it, didn't I? I did just say it's a distraction.
But it is though. Especially comedy. Like comedy is a distraction from the fact that.
But then I guess if you go you climb the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you climb it, walk up it.
If you climbed it,
I don't know.
That's a big.
I've never been. But if you get to the top of the Grand Canyon and you see an amazing sunset, in a way it's art, and that's not a distraction. That's not a distraction from anything. You're embracing the moment.
Yeah.
So that's not a distraction. But what I mean is, you're more kind of. If you go to an art museum, that kind of art, I mean, like if something man-made art, then not a feeling or a scenery, but made by nature.
Yeah.
Something that's been made by man itself or women. Then I think it's just a distraction.
Yeah.
What else is it? What else is what? Purpose is
An explanation, or like a view into truth.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, lyrics or something where you go, oh yeah, it's like that. I get it where I can't really express the way I feel about the world.
I completely agree.
And that the feeling I get when I can't express what I think, I listen to music and it's sort of within the songs or within the art.
I think what you've done is you've taken distraction as a negative. I think it's a distraction from the norm.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a negative thing.
No, true.
It is a distraction. It's to distract you from your normal way of thinking. It's to distract you from just living your life as this kind of plain, straight thinking person. And it kind of, I think that's what
You're
it is.
just looking for like sort of listening or watching something or reading is sort of looking for validation of how you feel, about anything really. It's like you listen to a song and you can feel like it was written for you, and it's like sort of like, oh shit, it's not just me.
I don't know. I think art's amazing. Like I do look for art, and on my Instagram account I follow a lot of art accounts, and they're not like, when I say art, they're not nice pictures. They're I don't know what the word is. It's like what's it called?
Conceptual art.
What's that? What is conceptual art? I don't want to say I like that. I don't know. It's just weird art. Like it doesn't really make sense. You've got to kind of look beyond the actual thing you're seeing and take a meaning away.
Yeah.
Like I don't mean nice pictures and stuff. I just mean things that make you think. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not very.
Yeah, I think distraction, like you say, is not necessarily negative. It's like I don't know. I think it's like a look into truth a lot of the time. Especially songs, anyway.
It's kind of like looking between the lines, isn't it? It's kind of like, because what you see is very different to what you're supposed to think. Yeah. When I look at these Instagram accounts and you are looking at art, if you just looked at it, then it doesn't make. Then it's just like it means nothing.
Yeah.
If you literally just looked at it, it's not like it's a visually pleasing bit of art where it's like, wow, that's the strokes of the paintbrush there are incredible. It's not like that. Or that sculpting is really, it's really precise. It's not about that. It's not about the perfection of how good someone is at making a piece of art. It's kind of gone. It's trying to get someone else on the same wavelength as you, thinking the same.
Do you know what? That's really interesting, because I think when I look at a bit of art, maybe I do it with music though, but when I look like at a painting, I don't think I've ever looked at it and gone, God,
that's a really well-made piece.
Or the way they did that brush. I don't think I've ever looked at
that's
a painting
really
like that.
Skilled.
Yeah, but maybe I'd do that with music. Maybe it's because
I've never done that with music, and I think that's because I think, like you say, you've never done that with art. It's because, I mean, you're a creative guy and you could produce a bit of art that's good, but I don't think you'd say you had. I don't know, like you know music. You know music inside out. You know what a good piece of music is. You know how hard it is to hit certain notes. You know how difficult it is to make certain beats, and for that to all kind of play out into some amazing piece of music. Yeah, so like putting that together, and you can kind of appreciate a bit of music differently to how I would, because you'd understand the workmanship that's gone into it. Yeah, I guess. And I'd listen to maybe a guitar part and be like, I love. Whereas I would never feel like that. I wouldn't know how hard it was. To me, it all sounds like I appreciate a good bit of music just because I think, that sounds good. And I guess that's what you're saying with art. You've never got that because you don't really know how hard. Like that bit of painting, you don't go, "Oh, that's really good," because you don't really know. You're not really like a painter yourself. Like what I said to Sadie the other day, we were talking about. I was talking about like being obsessed with The Office or whatever. She was saying like Friends. She watches it over and over again, just has it in the background. I said it would actually be quite an interesting thing to do, is watch an episode of The Office or extras and analyze it and write down why it's funny, like why. I've never done that. Fucking hell, no, never. It's like it's just become sort of part of us. Do you know what I mean? But I would like to maybe one day write down why it's funny. I like to think of myself as a bit of a writer, in the sense of I don't know why I think that, just because...
I was coming to that, writing/podcast, top right.
Like, I don't know why I think I'm a writer. Like, even though I don't really write that much anymore, and I think of myself as a bit of a poet, even though I barely write poems. There's a few poems dashed around in this flat that I've done, but realistically, I'm not a poet. Writing a poem once a month for your girlfriend doesn't make you a poet.
You don't think?
No.
What makes you a poet?
No, of course it's not. Well, I don't know, like something you have a real passion for and you drive to do it, and you know, like I'm not a cook, but I make dinner every night.
Yeah.
Like it's...
Do you have to be passionate about something that you are?
I don't know. I think you want to... Well, I guess not, because I'm an accountant and I'm not passionate about that. But it's... You know, I like to think of myself as a poet, just because I guess I think I'm good at it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I think I'm good.
Oh, because, like, yeah,
But
or you want to do it.
What you were saying earlier was about... Well, not earlier, about 30 seconds ago. You said that if you kind of watched The Office and you went through it and you wrote down what was funny... Sometimes I feel like I want to cheat a little bit with making something, in the sense of... I was listening to Macklemore earlier. I think he's amazing, like amazing hip hop and rapper, whatever. I don't know what you class Macklemore as really, but just incredible. And I really wanted to think, wow, I know I'm good at writing, but I'm not confident enough to know how to write like a song. I don't know how to write a song, but I know how to put a good sentence together. I know how to put a good selection of words in front of each other and produce a really nice looking sentence. But I don't know how I could fit that into a song. And so I thought, right, if I get a song by Macklemore, for example, or anyone, and if I just copy the same kind of format he's used, go, right, that first sentence is about this, I can use something. I won't say if this first sentence is about him, I don't know, losing his virginity or something. I'll do, like, my first sentence is about taking someone out on a first date, and then I'll follow like the same structure. Okay, oh, right, and then here comes the chorus. Okay, if I follow the same structure as someone who's successful, then surely, that's. But it would still be my content, but I'll just be using the structure. And I think that's really strange, because if you looked at The Office and you thought, I really want to make a really good like TV show. If you just gone, well, okay, if you really sat there and analysed it, I feel like, I don't know, would you be able to still?
I suppose you could just first of all, I think most music is what you said anyway, just like in a less sort of like literally sitting there writing what you're listening. I think it's that anyway, like, you know, people are just inspired. I don't think that would be wrong. I just think that would be an interesting experiment. I thought, God, you know what, I want to try and write a song like Ed Sheeran the other day and try and do it.
But if you like got his lyrics out and you kind of looked at how he went about each sentence, how long because I don't know music real, I don't know really the way I'm describing it, but how long, because obviously you could make one sentence go really quick, then you could really drag out one sentence, and if you kind of followed that format but used your own words, used a little bit of a different kind of backing track, you think, well,
I think you should. I think a lot of pop music 100% probably is written like that, you know, like an example is like, well, especially Ed Sheeran. I've mentioned him twice now, and I don't even particularly like him. But he's clever at is sort of tuning into a song that's already written. Like, so it's like steals that sound, or like the skippy like lyric or something.
Do you know what I think's mental? Which I don't fully appreciate. You know, I just said a minute ago, I don't fully appreciate how music is written and how a song. Actually, no. When I say that, I mean it in the kind of, I don't know.
Like technical.
I mean it in the kind of opposite way, because I think all music is fucking incredible. Yeah. I think it's an art form. Music for me is the biggest art form that I could never ever get my head around. For me, I don't think I could ever make a track. It is beyond my wildest imagination how someone could sit there and think of a beat off the top of their head, and then think of like this music that will just kind of go along with this beat, and then what they've said to go. I just can't even begin to wrap my head around that. Like, it's mental. When I look at art, I kind of think I could have a go at it, like, as in, you know, putting something down on a piece of paper and drawing something or painting something, or even making something like art, being creative and putting a plant pot on top of the telly and going, That's weird, isn't it? I mean, it's not, but you know what I mean. Whereas music, I don't think I could even start.
Would you?
I feel like I could probably learn to play an instrument, but then unless I was copying someone else's song, like following the kind of keys and whatever, I wouldn't be able to make my own song. That's mental. How do you have a song in your head that doesn't exist?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't understand.
I can't explain
How
it.
can you make a song in your head
Out of nothing?
Out of nothing. That just.
Would you say it's your favourite form of art, music, or you're not sure?
I enjoy it the most, but it frustrates me because I could never
do it.
I feel like I could never do it.
Do you know what? Cause I listen to so much hip hop, as you know, and I think why I'm so obsessed with that is because I could never even do a shit version of it, and I think that's why.
Do you reckon?
I think that's why I like it so much.
I think I like hip hop because I reckon I could give it a go.
Yeah, right.
Out of everything, I think I listened to.
that.
I've been listening to a little hip hop today, and I thought I could do that.
I could see you doing like a Scroobius Pip, like a streets kind of thing. You know, like this. But is it Slaves? Do you know the Slaves?
No.
It's like a two-piece, like proper shouty, like Prescott and Jaff, like Suspects, like that. And I think he couldn't play an instrument, and he couldn't play drums properly, so he plays a big drum. He plays drums standing up and shouts into the mic.
That's me.
And you know, it's so good. Like, and they've got. He probably goes, I've got no right to do this.
Do you know what? What I'd always love to do is, and it sounds mental, and you could never have it. You just couldn't. It doesn't exist. But be sat there with the best people in music, like best producers, best kind of like people, and just go, right, I've never actually tried this, mate. But I'm going to really try to do music now. Like, I'm going to give you an idea of a beat and just try and go, right, do this. And, go, dum, 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 and then just give them that. And they'll go over it and go, okay, I'll make something out of that. And then I can't sing. But then I don't think a lot of great artists can always sing.
No.
Like I'm sure if you gave, like say I was talking about Macklemore earlier, if you said sing this, he probably can't. He's not known for his singing. I think if you use your voice in the right way and
like Catfish and the Bottlemen, you know, he's like he can sing, but it's not like incredible.
I think if you find the right way about using your voice, you can put something out there basically. And so I would love to just have a go because I feel like I don't know if I could be really good. I might do it and go, bloody hell, I'm amazing at whatever art form it is. Like however good, I don't know if it's rap or I could be an amazing opera singer.
Well, that would be like there's probably some producers and writers out there that do that.
Yeah,
I reckon. Like they might be like a song put together and they'll come in and be like, change that to that. They don't know what way to hold the guitar.
I could be well good opera, mate.
You could be a genius.
I could be, but I just don't know. And I've never really kind of. I don't know. Do you know what annoying thing is? This is annoying. I find this very frustrating. So, when you have, and there might be lots of people like me that feel like this, and there might be none, but I reckon some. Right, when you've got a lot of creative juices and you always want to create, and it's easy when you know you're a singer. It's easy when you know you can write. It's easy to kind of, you might not be great at it, but when you know that's what it is that you're supposed to do, regardless of how good you are at it, you can put your creative juices into that. But when you're like me, when I don't really know what I'm good at or what I'm even like, I'd rather be like a failed musician than be nothing. And I find that very annoying that I can't even fail at something because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing yet. And it's so frustrating because I've got all this creativity inside of me and I'm painting a picture and go, that is shit. And then I might try and write a story and I go, oh, that's not really good enough. That's not me. And then I can't even begin to write a song. And you think, well, this isn't fair. What's my outlet? Like, let me fail at something. Let me try.
Well, I think like you've written some really good stuff. So you know, and you know, podcasting. We've been doing that for so long. That's. I think we probably undervalue it. Like one of the questions is, I was going to say, do you undervalue your creativity? Do you you think you're not good at anything, but it's actually not true because we've been podcasting for years and you've been writing for a long time. You just haven't sort of gone with it, really. But that's probably because you haven't come to the right idea, like you say.
That's annoying. I find that annoying that I haven't come to the right idea.
But that's kind of cool though, because you've not come to the right idea. You're just waiting for that idea to come.
Yeah. But I feel like I should at least be practicing until that idea comes along.
Yeah, but you do. Like, there's poetry dotted around the room. That's practicing.
True.
Like, I think you don't value what you do enough.
I don't value it.
But that's the whole part of creating stuff. You just think you're not good enough. Everyone thinks that though. Even fucking Chris Martin. I mean, he don't. He's really good.
I mean, he can just look at his awards.
Successful. He'll go. Oh, I don't feel good. And he
this
turns
massive
round,
mansion that
and it's
he's
just, oh, this is nice. How did I pay for that?
Oh yeah,
the tunes.
What I did. Yeah,
Fucking tunes, bruv.
Yeah.
What did he say, bruv to?
I don't know. Cameron Diaz, is he married to her?
Bruv though.
I don't know. I might speak to her.
Yeah, street.
Yeah.
I think that you should just go for it.
But then I don't know what I'm going for because I like
things.
podcasting. Cause I think, right, do I go for the podcast?
Yeah.
Or then do I go for writing? And then or do I just go mental and think, let's be an actor? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not?
Exactly. Why not? Give it a go.
But then, how do you do it? I just go, right, mate, I want to be an actor. Right, well, show us what you can do. Well, I can't really do it because I'm not very good. But let me try. Give us a couple of like small roles in the bill, and I'll show you what I can do.
The bill. Everyone's been in the bill.
Exactly.
You're not been in the bill.
I'm just saying. Like, I feel like if someone said to me, "Go in the bill,"
you'd smash it.
I'd smash it.
What character would you be? Policeman?
Little crackhead. I reckon I'd make a great
Such a good crackhead.
Honestly, if I don't wash my hair for 2 days, I get this really greasy hair, flat on my head. Do you know what I think about me? Which is, I don't know, this is going to come across as arrogant.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
I think it's really weird that I think you aren't always going to look like you in the sense of you're always going to be, I don't know, 8 out of 10. You can stay at that standard level of 8 out of 10 throughout the day. You wake up 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But me, I feel like I can go from a solid 9 to a solid 3, like in seconds. Like if I just don't put my hair a certain way, or if I don't wear a certain t-shirt, I'll go from to like really easily. I feel like I'm very easily ugly.
To take your funny point and bit and turn it into a serious bit, is that just your perception of yourself?
I don't know, because people throw things at me in the street.
That's a shame.
Ugly twat. And then I walk past and go, hello. I flick my hair and put a different t-shirt and go, hello.
Flick your eyebrows, tick your nipples. What?
No.
Yeah, so like the perception is like a big thing because you can't be sure.
Do you know what I love? Is that I saw something somewhere, I don't know where, it might have been a wall, might have been on the internet. It was like, there's not one person in the world, even yourself, that has the same perception of you as anyone else.
No.
And I think that is mental. Like, because I look at you in a certain way, you can't really describe it because it's impossible. Because I could describe how you look and the feelings I have towards you, but not the real perception of what I have with you.
You can't explain
the actual vibe and the feeling. And that's weird that changes for everyone. Everyone's completely different.
Yeah.
I find that terrifying.
One thing I think is mad is that people love the same things. They enjoy the same songs. They like going out for dinner at the same places. People's politics is different and the same. But everyone experiences a completely different life.
Yeah.
Which just has a certain chemical reaction in their head that leads them to the same path. Like, which blows my mind. Like, so you talk about not being that positive, and I'm quite a positive person, but we still like the same stuff, and we still enjoy the same thing. So that is when I think that's just a law of attraction to each other.
An amazing test I would love to do is, when you're feeling kind of normal, you're sitting on the tube. You're not going, oh, am I happy? Am I sad? You're just in an average feeling. You're just kind of getting by. I would love to swap your brain with my brain and see if our average feelings are completely different. Like your average kind of normality, where you're not really, really happy, you're not sad, you're just sitting there, you're just getting by, is completely different to mine. So if I put my normal in yours, you go, oh my God, this is depressing. Or if your normal, you gave it to me, and it's like, oh my God, this is amazing. How
Yeah.
does this kid live like this all the time?
Right.
Like, this is really happy. And that's just you on a normal pegging.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wonder how many, when people think they're at a normal level, because you're used to that, but if you actually kind of changed over and
Yeah.
how everyone's normal is actually completely different. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
I wonder if it could be the same.
Yeah.
So we could feel exactly the same as each other,
Yeah.
but in each other's brains separately, we don't feel completely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be unbelievable. That would be an amazing experiment. Because to be honest, I do feel happy most of the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't know if I do. That sounds like a really
Yeah.
weird thing, but I don't know if I feel
I think
happy
it's
all the
just maybe that's just my mindset where I'm alright. I don't know. I can't really explain. I don't think my silence on the tube is kind of just flicking through my phone. It's like I would describe that as sort of content. I don't know. I don't think so.
time. Yeah.
I don't think.
But what I mean is, in the sense of if you compare maybe my normal, we're too similar, I guess.
Yeah.
If you compared my normal state to someone who is very less fortunate than me, but they aren't really happy, they're not really sad, what they think is their normal state is in they just feel alright.
Yeah.
I bet it's very different.
Yeah.
Like, it's very different. And I always wonder if people feel a lot happier. I wonder if there's people who've felt happiness that I've not even discovered yet.
Yeah.
And I never will.
Yeah.
Say like professional footballers, right?
Yeah.
That's like my dream job. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'd love to do. And I wonder if every day, because I guess you kind of get used to it. You're not stressing about your work.
No.
You're doing all right for money. I guess you have your worries. You do have your
Yeah,
worries.
of
You've got
course.
about injuries and stuff. But your whole level of happiness in life is completely different.
It's just
to
like-
someone like me. So I wonder if you've experienced a certain type of happiness that I'll never feel. And I think that's so unfair. I want to feel that certain level of happiness.
I suppose it's just all relative, isn't it? It's like their biggest problem is that I don't know, I can't think of an example.
Injuries.
They hurt their leg.
Yeah.
And our worst thing that can happen to us is probably that we can't work and we can't pay our rent anymore or something like that. But I guess that could happen to them as well.
But yeah, I just think when I'm really happy,
Yeah.
and I think, oh my God, this is amazing. Is they're really happy? Like something so beyond my happiness that is like saying, I don't know. It sounds so ridiculous. Didier Drogba scoring in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Right. If I scored in a local final,
Yeah.
would I get the same
Same
buzz?
feeling.
Because if not, then I'm like, well, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Because I'll never experience happiness like some other people just because I don't have the capabilities to do that. I can't play football to get into a Champions League final. Does that
Yeah.
mean that I won't ever reach that level of happiness? Or is having a child the most happy you're going to ever
Yeah,
be?
yeah.
And then I can relate to that. Or is getting married, or those little moments I spoke about earlier where you can't plan them. Are they actually the happiest moments?
I wonder if happiness, mine and your happiness could feel completely different as well. It might not even be the same feeling. It could be something completely unrecognisable to each other's happiness, but you get sort of the same sort of reaction in some way.
Yeah.
Like they talk about happiness in football. This is Rashford scoring that penalty in the celebration. I will wind it back so you can see it in full. Watch the elation, the way they scream at the crowd.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think at this point I was like going to sleep. Yeah, would I ever feel like that? I don't know.
But do you feel like that watching?
Not watching Man United, no.
No, but
Um,
like the when we went to watch
Love
Chelsea,
that.
it's amazing, isn't it? When we went to watch Chelsea, Benfica and Raul
I
Morelos,
love that.
Raul Morelos scored that unbelievable goal.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt like, was that Luke Shaw going mental? I don't know who it was,
Yeah.
but I felt like that.
I don't know. I think I get jealous. I get jealous of the thing that someone's experienced happiness that I can't even get, and it's purely because I don't have a certain amount of talent or money to give me.
Right.
That. And it's like, well, that's not fair.
I never felt until sort of the last year or two that I wanted to be a footballer. Like when I was younger, I don't think I really cared. But now I'm just,
I think it was when I was about 20, 21, 22, I was like, God, I'd love to be a footballer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
absolutely love to be a footballer. Just because, Not because I want to be a star. No, actually, I just want to get paid to play football.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is. I don't want to. I love playing football.
It's got to be the best job in the world.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Has to be. Well, unless you don't like football.
Oh, it's shit then.
Yeah,
but it's still
rubbish.
quite a good job
Yeah.
compared to,
I guess if you're getting paid for it and you're not good at it, it doesn't matter.
No, yeah,
You're just
yeah.
kicking a ball about.
Yeah, right. I think on the subject of football, isn't it amazing how a team like Man United can completely change based on the manager? Like the psychology of the players, like psychology in football is so much bigger, I think, than we even realise.
Oh, mate, it's huge. I obviously, talking from experience, I'm a professional footballer. I've been through all the ranks. But I think. Well, do you know what I think's interesting? Is that Solskjaer, right? He's coming to Man United and he's done an amazing job. And I feel really bad for people who don't like football and they listen to this bit. But maybe if you don't like football,
skip. But also,
skip 5 minutes.
It can be interesting.
Yeah. Well, what I find interesting is Solskjaer has come in and he's done amazing at Man United. But who did he manage before that? It was like Cardiff or something like
yeah,
shit
Cardiff.
like that.
And I think he managed Norway.
Something awful. And he was dreadful. Like, you would go, oh, God. Just, like, if he didn't have a name for himself being Solskjaer, you'd be like, no, definitely don't manage Manchester United.
Yeah.
Like, mental. But
it just
kind of
makes
shows
sense.
you sometimes, I don't think that tactics or certain ways of playing have a huge impact on the game. I think if you get a certain feeling and a certain vibe and a certain community along a team, obviously you've got to have some tactics. You can't just go, oh, everyone up front. That's like, obviously not. As long as you kind of have a certain way of playing. But I don't mean you have to study tactics day in, day out.
No.
You got to, you have the basics. But if you have like a community, and I think it just makes all the difference. And I don't know, that's how I feel with Solskjaer. Like, he might not have had that at the other team, and he didn't have amazing players. But like, also, I feel like I'm talking about football, but I wanted to tell you, is that I think that shows you how so many managers who manage smaller teams, smaller clubs, who are amazing managers, but they don't get the recognition because they don't have the players.
Yeah.
Like Solskjaer, based on his record before Man United,
terrible
shit manager. Put him in charge of, let's be honest, one of the best teams in the world. Oh, right, yeah, he can get results.
Yeah,
great manager.
Yeah, but then also, like, one of the best managers ever to be born couldn't manage him.
No. So, exactly. Jose Mourinho couldn't manage him.
It's
so
just
it
like...
doesn't really...
It is all just connection. It's like, it's just, it's just people at the end of the day, playing football and managing the club. So if I think it is based on energy and like the connection between the players and the manager, respect for the manager, a bit of positivity. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't hear Jose say anything positive.
No. Do you know what's mad is that talking at a very basic footballing level was us playing Sunday League.
Yeah,
we were winning games like against. We were winning comfortably recently. We were recently fighting for the league before we were going to win it, and we were playing with confidence, and that's a really weird thing to try and describe to anyone who doesn't kind of or play sport. But confidence is the biggest thing that I can think of in sport that like gives you that extra motivation.
Well, it's either win or lose,
and it's
surely.
mad because you've got the skill. You've still got you're the same person, the same legs. You still got the same pace. You still got the same, capability of taking someone on, scoring a goal, same skill. But if you don't have the confidence, we have on our team recently. We played teams when we had the confidence that we beat then, and all of a sudden we don't have confidence. We're losing like 6-0, 3-0. You're like.
Same team though.
Same team. It's like it's weird.
It's just so doubt,
much,
isn't it?
It's so much in the mind.
It's kind of the same as creativity and like having self-doubt because you don't know what's going to happen. So it's like you don't know what's going to happen in the studio if you're recording. Yeah. You don't know what's going to happen on the football pitch. Anything can happen. You could score a hat-trick or you could fucking fall over and can't play anymore. Yeah. So it's just self-doubt is probably what kills most footballers. Like footballers, David Beckham, probably not one of the best ever technically but worked so hard, and that made him the footballer he was. You know, which is just shows it's a attitude, and it's just attitude. Like, obviously, you've got to be
you've obviously got the basic fucking footballing skills.
He made the most of what he had. Like, obviously, incredible, and whatever.
No, I agree.
Yeah, football. Why do people have such faith in things that can't be proven?
Because, Dave, my good friend Dave, people are scared of things having no meaning. People don't want, ask me the question again. I want to hear the exact words.
Why do people have such faith in things that can't be proven?
Right, faith in things that can't be proven. Because I think people are scared of things to not have meaning.
So they just look at like big things like, I don't know, religion.
Yeah, I think a lot of religious people, I reckon deep down, they don't believe.
They're just doing it because they're scared.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
are
scared, and they comfort it. They find a lot of comfort in it, and I think that's all right.
I think that's
fine. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I would love to have that. I would love to have religion. I would really love that, but I think I don't know, because I don't want to be disrespectful to people who believe. So I'm not going to say certain things because I don't want to offend people. But then should I care? Should I care about offending people? I don't know. I'm not going to do it. But I think I think too much and I'm too logical for myself to believe in things like religion. And I think a lot of people put a lot of belief and hope and thought into things that don't mean anything to mean something just for comfort. It's like, I don't know, like my mum said that when her dad, my granddad, passed away, she's almost sure that he come and spoke to her when she was asleep. I don't think that happened, in the sense of, I don't think that my actual granddad's spirit came to visit my mum. I don't think that actually happened. But that's not to say my mum didn't see that or hear that or feel that. She might have felt that because it gave her comfort, and her brain gave her that because she needed it.
Yeah.
And so it's not to say that people are lying or that people don't believe that things happened.
Specifically with religion, people are religious to try and explain the feeling, like the feelings we get with all the coincidences that can crop up in life, and you just get a feeling that something's right or good, or it's just consciousness, isn't it? And so people use religion as like a metaphor to explain it, I suppose.
Yeah, but then I think religion's good as long as you kind of follow it into the positive side of it.
Yeah.
If you go mad and get religious wars and stuff, that's just mental. But I think religion's good, and I think if you've got religion, you've got faith, and I think all for it. That's great.
They're all just trying to explain the same thing, surely. Anyway, because not everyone can be right if one is right.
I'm with Ricky Gervais in the sense of where he's an atheist, and I wouldn't go as far as labelling myself an atheist because I don't know what I believe. I haven't given myself long enough to think about it. I don't really sit there and go, right, Joe, what do you believe in? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Allah? Do you believe in Buddhism? Do you believe in nothing? I haven't given myself that thought. If I came on this planet, like right now, with a blank mind, I'd probably think the exact same thing as I do now. I just don't know. And that's it. That doesn't make me an atheist. I just don't know. And I'm not willing to not believe, and I'm not willing to believe. I'm just happy to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, or just find out.
Yeah,
eventually.
I'm just whatever. If what will be, will be kind of thing. And I don't give too much thought in it. And I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. But outside of religion, giving things meaning, I don't know. I think it's just, to be honest, putting it right back to basics. It's just nice sometimes.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a really shit answer. Oh, it's nice. But giving things meaning, I don't know. Like my mum's birthday, is the same as Kate's birthday, and I don't know why I've given that meaning. All that is a coincidence.
Yeah,
it's just a coincidence.
Do you think?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. You can read into it so
That's
many
one of
ways,
those
can't
coincidences that
you?
I think is true.
But then there's loads of people who've fallen in love, and their girlfriend doesn't share the same birthday as their mum. So it's not like saying that their relationship isn't as true as ours.
No.
So it's like this time it's just a coincidence.
It's just a sign to me, like that's like a glitch in the matrix or whatever you want to call it. Like it's
know. I think it's just a nice coincidence. That's what I look at it as. I don't think it's a glitch in the matrix. I don't think it's like I just think it's a nice coincidence that you kind of make meaning from because it's cute and it's sweet and it's just nice. I think that's what it is. It's just nice, and people can just go, "Oh, yeah, they've got the same birthday, or whatever." I mean, I'm not going to be that cold. I'm not going to go, "Oh, you've got the same birthday as my mum. Who cares?"
Yeah.
I just mean it's just a nice coincidence.
I think that's a huge sign.
But then, surely saying that means if Ella doesn't have the same birthday as your mum,
other
you're missing that.
But other things like other signs.
Yeah. But that's because you're looking for signs. You don't have to have them, because if that didn't exist, me and Kate would be the exact same as we are now. We wouldn't. It's not like that birthday is bringing us in closer. It's just a nice little thing to fall back on, going, "Oh yeah, it's quite a cute little thing. She's got the same birthday as my mum."
But arguably, if they both didn't have the same birthday, you wouldn't know Katie. Is that possible?
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that it's so difficult. I believe
the butterfly effect.
I believe in the butterfly effect, but I don't believe that it was destined.
No,
I don't believe the butterfly effect meant that me and Katie were destined to be together because of whatever happened in the past. I just mean certain different circumstances led us here. And yeah, if Katie was maybe born on a day later, we might not be here, like in the same situation. But then could possibly be with someone else, and you wouldn't think about the other because it wouldn't exist. So
that's true. But also that is actually really hypothetical, and you can never prove it.
No, you can't prove any of it.
That's like do you believe in luck, or do you think it's all cause and effect?
It's all cause and effect. I don't believe. It's so weird because basically I'm 75% literal thinker, but then there's 25% of me that, which I find for me a healthy amount. Like that's just me, because if I thought any more, I don't know. Like that's just how I'm okay. I'm alright with having 75% of things happen because it's just the way it is. Like that's just the way life is, and maybe a nice 25% happens because the universe has picked me on that day, and the universe has decided this, and the cosmic energy has brought us together. It's only a small amount, or I guess a quarter is not small, but I look at that as more. I don't know how to describe it.
Is that just like the hope?
It's more of the hope. It's more of the fantasy. I like to kind of live in that 25% fantasy sometimes.
I don't know if you can feel that 25%, and because I think there's people that don't feel that at all.
Yeah, I know they don't. Like,
or never even thought about it.
No, and that's why I'm happy with that 25%. I'm very happy with that 25% because the other 75%, where I think that I don't rely on the universe to help me out. I don't rely on luck. I don't rely on certain energies, etc. Like, all those kind of words, whatever. I don't rely on that. I rely on the human instinct to make a good thing happen out of a bad thing.
Yeah.
I rely on all those sort of things. But I like to live in, and I like to fantasize sometimes in that 25% of. Like, I remember when it was something so small that I was singing a Justin Bieber song in my head. I think I even rang you. It was so weird. And it wasn't like Justin Bieber's song hadn't been out for a couple of years. It wasn't like he just released a song. But I was singing a Justin Bieber song in my head just over and over, and I didn't know why it was there. And it wasn't like I heard it on the radio beforehand. It just was there.
Turn on the radio,
and then
and it was on.
No, but I didn't turn on the radio, because then I guess that would be a sign that it might have been on the radio earlier. All I did was put my phone on, and I just pressed shuffle, and I think it was when wasn't like Spotify, it was like iTunes Music, where you just pick any old stuff.
Yeah.
And it was that song, and I thought, what is that? That's weird. Like, there's millions of songs that I could have thought of, and there's millions of songs that could have just shuffled in that play. And why did that one come on? And I get those little moments. I think, what the is? That's when I feel like I've seen behind the matrix. I've seen behind the wall. And I'm
broken
like,
through the glass.
I've broken
ceiling.
through, and I've gone, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And if you did this podcast with me about 5 minutes after one of those moments, my answers would probably be very different.
Yeah.
I'd go, mate, yeah, I'm fully spiritual. I'm fully aware that I think life is beyond what
Just
we can see
connected.
and feel, and I think like it's all connected, like you say, and it's just madness. But then obviously that feeling goes after a while. You probably go, well, that's a really strange feeling and coincidence, but you just I can't live off that.
I think like that because there's so much. If our lives were simpler, if the world was just a simpler place with not as much technology and stuff, I think those coincidences would be more and more. I suppose I don't know. Like I suppose it's like all the input sort of clouds it out.
If I'm being completely honest, right, like, and I don't, this doesn't have to go on your podcast because it's your podcast. Your podcast is about no stress and positivity. And the reason, I'm just being honest, the reason why I don't always believe in things happen for a reason, and we're all like this cosmic energy that, brings us all together in the universe. And I think that's amazing. I'd love to think that. And I could believe that if there wasn't the other side of me that thinks, the other day a girl just got stabbed in the back for no reason and died.
Yeah.
And I
go, what's the reason for that?
And that for me goes, well, no.
No, no, I definitely agree.
Like that
does not give you faith.
That doesn't give me faith in that. And then I also think that just because that we are so conscious of our own thoughts, humans are the most conscious beings there are. So because we are so conscious and we allow ourselves to believe in religion, and because we have this amazing thought structure that can give us that kind of capacity to believe in things we can't see or feel, whereas animals, I don't know, but I don't believe they have that capacity to believe in a god or religion. And when I see someone just, I don't know, stamp on a cockroach, I think, why is that cockroach any different to us in the sense of that it's a living being in this kind of solar system, in this energy that we speak of, and that cockroach isn't thinking, oh, but it's fine because I'm all part of this cosmic kind of amazing space where we're all together. That cockroach isn't thinking that. It's just going on about its day, thinking about surviving to the next day. And so I don't think that we're any different to any living being on this planet. I don't think we're any different. We're just like germs that have kind of become what we are, and we've kind of evolved. And so we're no different, but the only difference we have, I think, is that we've got the capacity to kind of venture out and think. Like, I don't think there's a monk religion. I don't think apes go, oh, do you think you're going to go to heaven? I don't think they have that thought process. Or ladybirds, I don't have that. But to be honest, to me, we're no different. We're just living beings. And when a ladybird dies, I don't think a ladybird goes, oh, do you reckon you're going to live on to be a rhino? I don't think they have that. But because we've got that conscious being inside us that gives us the time to even think about there being an afterlife or being there more to life, then it almost makes it real. But I don't think...
Do you think you feel like that because you like to be in control, and then that explanation of that we're just developed from microscopic germs makes you feel better?
I don't know. I'd always like to be pleasantly surprised. Like, and honestly, I think, like I said before, I think too much to everything. So I couldn't just say, I'm always answering my own questions in the sense of, say if I was ridiculously spiritual and I thought everything happened for a reason and there was this almighty one purpose, but then someone went to me, I'll be thinking of the questions already, going, well, wait a minute, if we're all one, then surely, what's the earth one? What's the point in that? Like, surely that still feels the same, and that's just dead in seconds. I don't think that's thinking of an afterlife. That's not thinking, is there a world greater than this? Just getting on. It's just going on, like just going on the ground for a bit. Like, and a butterfly, I don't think they're thinking anything more. They're not thinking anything deeper than just getting on with what their lifespan
Not
is.
even thinking, I guess.
They're not
most of the
thinking.
time. Just do.
But just because we've got the capacity of thought, we've given ourselves this luxury of belief. I feel like belief is just a luxury that we've given ourselves.
I guess we're like, what drove us to become what we are now is just trying to figure things out, I suppose. Yeah.
But I just think that we're not that different from animals or mammal, any kind of species that are living. We just have the capacity of thought. And because we've got that, we then give ourselves this amazing luxury of belief that doesn't exist in anything but humans.
No.
Humans are the only ones that believe in things like that.
Yeah.
And so I don't think, I don't, deep down, I don't think there's anything other than just this. Because why do we have that and a crocodile doesn't?
I suppose just because they don't have the ability. It's like their brain isn't developed for that reason. Their brain's developed to keep the nature moving. It's like it's just if you.
But then they're here for us. Is that what you? Because if they're
just here to no, I don't know, just to keep. Like nature's perfect. So if you take a bee out of the production line in the natural world, it will have a massive negative effect on the on Earth. So I suppose that kind of.
But then I guess that's what it's saying, is that the whole universe centers around humans, because if we're the only one with this energy to go on to be something further and for us to have this ultimate meaning, then everything else just pawns in our kind of
but that's just on Earth. I mean, I think that every star is a sun and has got about 10, apparently there's 10 billion planets in our universe that are same as Earth, they estimate, and if time's infinite, that means that there is life out there.
I don't know, Dave, mate. I don't know. It's all too much for me. That's what I mean. That's why I can't get into this debate, because it's just too much. Like, we've evolved from apes, or we're the same as the apes, and I can't imagine them thinking about this.
No.
I can't imagine them doing that. Like, I just can't. I feel like we've made ourselves superior to other living beings on this planet.
And it is possible, like we easily, I mean, both are possible. We could easily just have developed consciousness, which is just comes from survival, or just intelligence because we ate a certain way.
I just think we're more intelligent, and because with intelligence, we've developed something that no other species have done.
And we somehow try and validate our existence, and because it's difficult, it's hard and difficult to think there ain't nothing else after this.
Yeah,
but then I suppose.
But don't get me wrong. There's two, like I say, I'm 75% what I said, but then there's the other 25%. There's like, if I feel something in the moment and then I see something and you can't explain it.
That's kind of a mad way to live your life, because you could end up not caring about anything.
Yeah,
but
there's something. I'd rather be in your shoes, where you think bad things happen, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the world is bad and that nothing has any meaning.
I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. Like something terrible happening to like a baby, for example. I don't believe that everything happens for a reason. I don't think that's a thing. I think that's a comfort thing for people. Yeah. But I think the meaning, like deeper meaning and philosophy, goes even further than that. It's like when I listen about politics now, I haven't listened to politics for the last 3 weeks because I've been recording this kind of shit and listening to this kind of shit, and I just thought, this is all pointless. I prefer to listen to Brian Cox talk about the planets.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think, I don't know, humans give themselves a luxury of worrying about or thinking about things. Like, I don't know, like maybe a homeless guy wouldn't even think about whether there's a greater meaning to life, or these kind of questions. And because I think they're worrying about when their next meal is, or when they're gonna get a nice warm sleep. And I think that like people out in Africa are starving to death. Sorry, they don't have these thoughts maybe because they're worrying about exactly the same kind of thing, really, just survival. And then when you've got that kind of survival, you're fairly comfortable, you're fairly happy with your life, you're not worrying about when your next meal is, then I feel like it's a luxury thought of giving yourself spirituality, because I feel like, well, because we're not really worrying about anything, we're going to pay the next bill, we're gonna have breakfast tomorrow, then it's like, oh, all right, well, I've got myself some time. Let's just think about spirituality. I don't think that other people do that when they have actual real concerns and worries. I feel like but that could be wrong, because then homeless people might be really spiritual and go, I might be homeless and I don't know when my meal's coming, but I believe that's life is great. So it's not. I don't mean to be.
Maybe if there is nothing else, the reason for our belief or like desire to believe in spiritual things and stuff is just our biological makeup to keep us moving forward. Like I don't know, like just one of our additional senses.
That's very true. I think that's a really good point.
That is possible.
It's an additional sense that we own just to keep us. Maybe humans have come with a very depressed feeling that we are biologically designed to have a belief just to
keep us moving. It's like a five senses, but we kind of have half of one more, which is like a kind of faith, I guess, like more just belief.
The butterfly has these amazing bloody wings to keep things from eating it.
And we've
got this hope for more to life because we don't
try and just be good. Exactly.
Don't know, mate. Don't know.
What would your dream life look like? What's your ultimate dream?
Okay, I'm gonna go material for a bit. Just because
it's nice. Things are nice though.
Yeah, I want a nice country home. Italy. So me and Katie in Italy, like. Yeah, it's just typical. I've never even seen Mamma Mia, but I reckon there's a house somewhere in the film like Mamma Mia.
Nice.
Never seen it. Don't know what it is. Don't even know what.
Do you want to be in Mamma Mia?
Never seen. I don't know what Mamma Mia is about.
Is it? I
know it's a musical which plays ABBA songs.
But
I don't know what. I know Pierce Brosnan's in it.
James Bond's in it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind that kind of lifestyle, just kind of singing and dancing. Yeah. Are they in Italy? Don't know.
But
just somewhere like that.
Yeah, just somewhere nice, I suppose.
I'd like to be a writer. I'd like to,
write for your job.
And I'd like to honestly feel that kind of happiness you did as a kid. I think that's why I get, like I said, I think about everything, and that's annoying because I wish I didn't think. I wish I could just, like, sometimes when I'm happy, I go, oh yeah, you're happy now. Well, 10 minutes you might not be. That's just ridiculous.
That's not.
Like, it's not. That's just like frustrating. And I always compare my happiness to when I'm like a kid. I go, oh yeah, well, you won't feel as happy as you did when you was a kid, mate. So what's the point?
Ignorant bliss. But then like we said at the start, is that what's
I don't know, because when you think of a kid, that was lovely, and I wouldn't mind doing that. If I was, I probably would pick it now. I've changed my mind. I'll go for ignorant bliss. Go for it. Yeah, just being a kid, mate. Yeah, honestly, it's great.
Personally, I thought being a kid was a bit shit, but that's probably just a sign of my attitude and life as a child. Oh, just drink the sparkling water, you little swat.
Why is that? That sounds lovely.
That sounds really nice. Yeah. God, I could do with some of that now.
Oh, I haven't got any.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
So nice dream life, live in Italy.
Country home, Italy, grow my own produce, writing. It's just like a proper romantic film that nobody probably ever really lives by.
No, yeah. I don't even know what I think I'm just happy doing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I'm good.
Yeah, right. It's just like
I sound like I'm really depressed.
I think you'll listen back and it'll be positive. Yeah. I just wish I didn't have to worry about money all the time. But then I've got enough to pay the bills.
Do you know what? Money.
Yeah.
I want money.
Yeah, just so you don't need it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had lots of money, I wouldn't feel any unhappiness. I don't think. Well, obviously you would. I mean, I think I'd worry about things that were worth worrying about. As in, you'd be worrying about the health of your family and worrying about. Well, that's kind of it, really.
Yeah.
Health of your family. Because if you've got money, you're not worried about losing your job.
No.
You're not worried about
the boiler breaking.
No. So it's just basically worrying about the health of loved ones.
Yeah.
Which is basic, because that just happens anyway. I don't when people say money doesn't give you happiness, yeah, you're right. But what you spend it on does.
Yeah.
Because it's just mental. Of course it does. That's what we're all doing in life, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a saying made up by poor people
Yeah.
to make them feel better.
Or really rich people to make people not hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, money. I think, that's what we're here.
Just enough where you don't have to worry about things.
I just would love to, because, mate, I'm so excited to go holiday next week.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. That could just be my life. Just
Yeah.
travelling the world.
Well, that would be the dream life, I suppose.
Only like, I don't want to say I would never work. I'd love to buy like a little cafe and, you know, run that and then have other little business interests somewhere else. But just the 9 to 5, I don't think... I was speaking to my mate before. He said, you got to remember that we were once cavemen and women, you know. Let's not be sexist. And we're not built for this.
No.
We're not built for the world that we're currently living in. When we first, you know, come about, we were cavemen, and the life was so different to what it is now that we just weren't built to live in this kind of society, and it's just madness. And I do think, what are we doing?
Constant input, 24-hour.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Just madness. Like that is. Like, doesn't really. If you said to someone, right, okay, well, you're gonna live this life now, but pretty much 75% of it, 80% of it, you're gonna not do something you want, like, and it's gonna be shit.
Just a way to keep us in check.
Just keep us going, and it's like, no, that's horrible.
That sounds. I don't want that.
No, and if you watched like David Attenborough talking about some Animal Planet, you go, oh, this little caterpillar, 80% of the time. It hates its life. You go, oh God, that's awful. I'd hate to be a caterpillar. A caterpillar's laughing, mate. He doesn't have to do what we do. He doesn't literally just strolls about every
Ends
day.
up being a butterfly eventually.
Yeah, lovely,
as well.
lovely. And whereas us, we're like the only things on this planet that do this.
And we don't get to make our choices, really. We don't have freedom. We don't have free will. We're told what to eat. We're told what to believe.
There's no free will. There's no freedom at all.
It's an illusion of free will.
I've always thought it was inside of me a little bit. One day I feel like maybe I'll just let it loose in the fact that really trying to be free and get out of the kind of system, the sense of no one's actually making you do this.
No.
Like, even though you to a certain extent they are, but also it's hard to describe it, but you're not.
No.
Like, you could just go,
Is that your choice?
I'm not going to have a job anymore. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to just go live in the wild.
Yeah. Buy and sell something for my cash.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make bracelets and sell them on the side of the road. This is a really bad example, but
won't make much money there, son.
No, you ain't nothing. But you could go into the wild and you could live out there, and you could do it, but you're too scared to.
Yeah,
breaking away from the system is mental.
It is. It's really, really ingrained in us now. It's like a total indoctrination.
But we're not made for this. We don't have to. We don't have to do it. We can just go out, and even though I am a vegetarian, but you just go, I'm just going to go catch myself a rabbit and eat that
and nosh on that for
just
a bit.
Living a tree for a bit.
In Victorian times, people you didn't used to work 9 to 5 really, like you say. You might have. I don't know. That might not be true. But then at night, they didn't used to sleep all the way through. They'd sleep for 4 hours, get up and do a few bits and bobs, and then go back to sleep. Apparently, that's how it worked. But now we're forced to feel like we have to sleep all night as well. I feel like that's forced upon us. I know I
like that one though.
I know you get knackered.
That's a good one. I'll keep that.
I like that.
If it come to me running the country and they said, "Oh, do you want to go back to that 4-hour sleep thing?" I'm like, "No, keep it as it is."
I just feel like it's sort of forced upon us. Oh, you obviously haven't getting enough sleep. Fuck off.
Well, do you know what's weird is that it's the experiment that would never ever happen, but like getting a human, like kind of popping it in the wild.
Yeah.
All cameras, just watching it. No kind of influence from life itself or politics or how to react as a human. Like, oh, you're supposed to sleep now. You're supposed to even sleep at night. Like, that's how we sleep at night.
Yeah.
And we sleep at night for 6 to 8 hours. But if you just plonk this little child with no influences in the middle of nowhere and just thought, well, that's what happens. When would it sleep? How long would it sleep for?
Yeah.
Like, would it eat meat? Would it not want to? Would it You just don't know.
Would it think
the
it's a
patterns?
girl? Would it think it's a boy? Would it
like
think
the
it's
way
nothing?
it would react as a human? Would it be completely? I'd just love to know what would happen.
I think
obviously that test is very cruel, and I don't recommend that to anyone.
And also, if you stuck a child in the forest, they'll probably die
Just
quite
die.
quickly.
They'll die straight away.
Yeah, because they wouldn't know.
The baby,
No,
dead.
yeah.
They wouldn't be able to feed
They
itself.
wouldn't be. If it was a baby, it wouldn't even be able to move.
Would do fuck all.
And the wolves would.
The
get
test would be over in about 2 days.
Yeah, it would. But if you can somehow wipe someone's brain to an extent, but then they'd be brain dead, and that's not going to be a good experiment. No one's going to watch that, are they?
It's difficult. Isn't it? I haven't really thought this through.
No, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I wonder what would happen. It's all influence. It's all indoctrination. It's all just forced upon us. It doesn't have to be the final thing, but it's getting late.
Well, let's see what the question is.
I've got a few bits here.
Right, let's do like a quick fire round.
Right, okay. Is the way we consume music and entertainment in general good or bad?
Good.
Yes, it is. I agree. Spotify has changed my life.
Yeah, what I think is very good about Spotify is that even though it's cheap, you think, how it's making money from this.
Yeah.
You pay £9 a month. But what they have done is they've monetized it, which is very clever because there was a time when no one, if you said to me when I was like 15 years old maybe, when I'm like streaming albums off LimeWire, one day you're going to pay for music. I fucking wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, no way I wouldn't. There's absolutely no way I'll play. Why would I pay for music when I get off LimeWire or Shipwrecked or whatever it's called? Or, I don't think it's called Shipwrecked. It's called the name of a Channel 4 program. But these streaming kind of websites you use, you go, no, I'm not even going to pay £10. But they've somehow monetized it. I'm not even saying that word right. Monetized.
Doing it well.
It's just when you make money with it.
Yeah, monetise.
So I think that they've done well to even make money in the music industry these days, because it was gonna, let's be honest, it was getting to a point where they weren't making any money.
No.
Like no one was buying albums. No one was kind of downloading their music legit.
No,
They
not
weren't
at
doing
that time.
No,
But
and then all of a sudden it's like,
But you remember, now all of a sudden you can listen to every album basically ever.
Yeah.
But do you remember, that period when we was at uni, I would spend a lot of money on iTunes buying, the old chart music and that. Oh, can you imagine doing that now?
No.
We'd spend 99p on
I
a
said
song.
99p on a song. That is weird.
Fucking hell. You can't even imagine that.
No.
But that's cheap, really, for someone's life work.
Oh, I know. It's really cheap.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's not fair, is it? Because you look at it from both ends, and as the artist, you think that's 99p.
Yeah.
Like, that's less than a coffee.
No.
For this piece of art that I've produced and this amazing thing that's taken me months to produce. You not spend 99p.
But also,
then the other person goes, well, like it should be something shared anyway.
But you should the platform and to get it out there is so much easier now than it used to be. Can you imagine if the Beatles did well anyway? By the way, if they did it now, cool, they'd do well, even better.
Come on, quick, next question.
Drugs.
Right.
I am not a drug user.
Nope.
Just did a sniff.
Yeah.
Dr. Cocaine.
Convenient.
Yeah, very suspicious. I can't understand how they can make something that grows out the floor illegal. I just feel like that's mental. How can you cannabis is illegal, by the way? Yeah, but it grows out the floor, though.
Yeah, but that's how I feel with just in a sense of labelling countries.
Yeah.
You can't just label countries.
Oh, we own
that. Doesn't
that
make
now.
sense.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're over there. Well, you're Argentina. We're England.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're just the same fucking thing. We're just on the same planet.
Oh.
Separated by a bit of water.
We own this oil under this
It's
sea.
just mental.
How do you own that?
No one owns anything.
No, you can't
so I don't believe it. I can't even. It's just mad. Like, I don't know.
The old magic mushrooms, they literally grow out the floor.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. It's just.
How can they get away with that?
I don't know.
Just control.
But yeah, there's nothing really. Realistically, nothing is really owned by anyone.
No.
It's just here. Like the countries, it's just separated by a bit of water.
People with money made that up.
And they go, oh yeah, well this is now. No, it's not. It's just a bit of earth.
Yeah.
We're all on the same planet. It's mental. Yeah. So drugs, I don't know. They've done it.
I can sort of understand why heroin's bad. Doesn't grow naturally, really. Well, poppies do, but You know, you have to do something with it. But with cannabis,
if it's made in a lab, you go, right, well, fair enough. You've had some human interaction with it, so maybe that's not really as natural.
No, but something goes out the floor.
Yeah, it's like that banning a fucking sunseed.
Yeah, sunseed.
What's that?
Sunflower.
Sunflower.
That oak tree's illegal.
Yeah.
Why? Mental, isn't it? Suppose this is the end now. We're fading out.
Well, is this the podcast done?
I think this is
it. It's coming to an actual end.
Which is nice. I like when that happens.
Can you just go one more question at me? I didn't want to end on that rubbish answer to the drugs one.
All right. Reading Festival. When we went
that's not good. It's not going anywhere now.
I just thought the sense of community there, you know, at a music festival.
Do you know what? You were right to call it a day when you did.
Yeah, but it was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. I'm doing tired.
But what?
I know where you're going.
Well, it's good, isn't it?
It was amazing. Yeah.
Thanks for listening. But what I want to say is I like to end on a positive note because you were trying to be positive.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I've done that.
No, you have. You've done it. But a positivity podcast doesn't necessarily have to be positive. It just has to be talking about it. Yeah. So you know, if you were a miserable,
if it was called "You Have to Be Positive," this will make you positive. Podcast,
then you know.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called though.
No. It's actually called No Stress.
It is No Stress podcast. I should say that throughout. Why?
You haven't really mentioned that. You haven't really mentioned No Stress.
No. I just, you know. But you know, it doesn't have to be about that either. It's just the name. It's like when we done Jam Sandwich and Hippie, it weren't all about hippies and jam and well, it was for a bit.
Do you know what my podcast is going to be called?
What?
I have to plug my one. Obviously.
Do it.
It's going to be called The Scratch Podcast.
What's that?
What do you mean?
Why is it called that?
Why are you saying it like that? I feel like you could have said that's cool.
No, it is good, but why? I just thought that was obvious. That
why did I say that?
You could call it the Cupboard Podcast, and I think it was good.
You literally just looked.
Looked at the cupboard.
Yeah,
that's the way the brain's going.
I want to say because if you've got an itch,
when
you want to find out more, you want to go a bit deeper. You
scratching beneath the surface.
Yeah, something like that.
You've not even scratched the surface.
You just want to find out more. You want to dig a bit deeper.
Yeah.
But it's not because of that.
No.
It's because...
it could be.
Well, it's not.
Oh, right.
Because I know. Because I named it.
Can't you pretend it was?
Well, yeah, that's it. That's the name. Because of that reason.
Good name.
Yeah.
Why is it called it?
I think it's because I typed in Creak, my surname, into Thesaurus, and just one of the words was scratch, and I thought that sounded good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'll have a look at the Thesaurus when we go.
No, it was... I can't remember what... It was something like that. It was an interesting word that I put in the Thesaurus.
Yeah.
And one of the words I counted as scratch, and I thought, yeah.
But not your name.
Might have been. I can't remember what I put in.
I don't know. Okay, it could be.
I think we've lost our way, haven't we?
No. Well, ending in a positive note. I just am grateful to have you as a mate.
Yeah, I'm grateful to have you as a mate. I'm going to be your best man at the wedding this year.
And I just think it's nice, isn't it? We're lucky to have such a good friendship.
Yep.
And some people don't have that. So, you know, try and get it if you ain't got that.
That sounds like you're showing off.
I'm not showing off. I'm just saying it's nice. All right? He's a good lad.
If you haven't got it, well...
Yeah, try harder.
Maybe because you're not that nice a person.
Maybe you're not sort of popular.
Not a good person to be about.
Maybe you're just awful. Maybe if you ain't got any mates.
Smell.
Yeah, could be.
Could just smell.
It could be. Could be bad.
Should we shake hands?
Yeah.
Shake hands?
Well done, son.
Well done, mate.
Cheers for doing that.
Good podcast.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah. But yeah, live on, live free, be...
Can I say no stress
young.
at the end?
Yeah, go on. This is the catchphrase now. It's not. Be young, be free, be beautiful. Energy.
Oh, energy.
Beautiful.
No stress.
Oi, oi. No, not like that. Yes. Oh, it's bring your own pizza tonight. No, make your own. Well, I could have brought my own, I suppose. Oh, look at that pesto. I mean, I'll let you say what it is, in a way.
Well,
what have we got?
On this little beauty, we've got... Well, to be honest, they've both got mozzarella on because...
Standard.
Have to. That one's got tomato.
Yeah.
Chilies. Chili flakes.
Yeah.
And chili oil.
Nice.
That one's going to be a bit spicy.
Cool. Hold on to your hats.
This one's got pesto and mushroom on.
Pretty standard. Yeah, well.
You do know what the Italians say?
What do they say?
They say...
Bellissima?
I think they say you should only have like 2 ingredients on a pizza.
All right.
You ruin a pizza if you have more than...
Shit. He just cut his hand.
You ruin a pizza if you have more than 2 ingredients.
Oh, okay. 2 or 3.
It's like two main.
Okay,
two main. Obviously,
ones.
you've got to have cheese on and all that.
All right.
But I mean, you don't want to put too much on the pizza.
I see. So you're allowed. So cheese and tomato.
I think that's basic.
That's given.
Yeah.
And then
so this one's just obviously got 2 ingredients of tomato and chilies.
yes.
And this one's got 2 ingredients of pesto and mushrooms.
What are you inspired by when you're making this?
Italians.
The Italians.
I love Italians, mate.
Yeah, just thinking about them, I suppose, when you're making it and that. That does look nice. I mean, I'm not surprised. I expected it to be nice. I mean, I didn't.
I think that's all cooked.
That should be fine.
You said 10 minutes in the oven.
Yeah. I mean, a pizza's nice, soft. I mean, you can go wrong by cooking it too much. Oh.
Do you know what? I don't really like pizza slices. I like scissors. I'm a scissors man.
Yeah, or a knife.
Yes. I'm not sure about that.
A big old... Yeah. I mean, it does a job, the old... What else could you use a pizza cutter for? You could actually turn it into one of those... You know those things that the people measure the road with?
No, too small.
Take ages.
Measure your table.
Well, you could. It would take ages to measure a mile, wouldn't it?
I'm going to
Imagine
put a
that.
bit of pepper on that one.
Yeah, do it.
What one do I want to put pepper on? I want to put pepper on the pesto one. Oh, would that be
Pepper.
wrong? I want to put it on this one.
Well, I don't think anything's wrong, really. You could do it, you know.
There you go.
When it comes to food, we're in control.
Tuck in, boy.
I will. I'm having a bit. What bit are you having first? I think I'll go mushroom as a starter.
Classic mushroom starter.
Let's have a bite. Let's see what's going on. So we've got mushroom and pesto on this one.
Love it.
You can't go wrong with mozzarella.
No, mozzarella is just the best.
Talking of cheese, have you seen the thing where parents throw a cheese at the baby's head?
I have seen that.
What's that about? Because I don't know.
I feel like it's wrong, but I love it.
Yeah. Have you seen the one with a cat?
What, they throw a bit of cheese at a cat? I haven't seen that, mate.
Cat goes mad. I'll show you that in a bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't go mad, actually. That's a lie. The cat just sat there and thought, cheese on my head now.
I don't know. You probably shouldn't throw cheese at your baby's head, but then
You got to live your life.
it's not that bad, is it? It's probably character building.
Probably.
Matures them. Get it?
I do. Leicestersham. No. Leicester cheddar.
No, doesn't work.
Hopefully they'll brie all right.
I can't think of it anymore.
No.
Mozzarella. What's the...
I'm not sure. Hopefully they'll be still done.
Still...
Oh.
Let's go on to the chili one.
Yeah.
I've already had 2 of them.
Well,
Make sure you take count, because I'm a greedy boy.
I don't mind. It's your house, as you say.
I once had... The first pizza I had with Katie...
Yeah.
Katie's my girlfriend, by the way. You know that, but I'm telling the listeners. If a small blonde woman
Yeah.
does walk through this area, that's my girlfriend.
Wolf Whistler. Oh.
That's my girlfriend.
All right.
She's currently in the next room packing.
Pack him. What's that mean?
Yeah, she's leaving. No,
She's off.
we're going on holiday next week.
Oh, nice.
Budapest.
And if you are a robber,
By the
time this is out, he's going to be in some.
I'll be
so
back.
Don't even think about it.
With a bat.
Back with a or gun, not gun. Well, might be. They might.
What do you think of the chili one?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, not too hot.
No, perfect hot,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
How hot would you say this is?
Perfect hot.
I had the railway pizza. That's hot, and that's too hot.
Describe what the railway is first.
If you don't know what the railway is, it's a thing that trains go on. No, it's a pub down the road.
That's what I
Vegan
mean.
pub.
If you just say railway, people think you could pick up a dirty pizza for a train track.
It's a good place to look for pizza, I suppose, but not many other people would be doing it. So if there was one, you'd be lucky. Railway down there, it's a pub, vegan. They sell beer, they sell vegan food, and they do pizzas.
Yep.
And one of them's really hot, and that's why I mentioned it.
Cool. How many you had of that slice?
2.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your favourite?
Both. Not allowed to do that.
Well, I guess you can.
I think.
You don't have to have favourites.
I think spicy probably.
Yeah, I like the spicy one. I feel like there's a lot of noises in my house. Like there's a bit of a tap noise,
That's nice.
bit of an
isn't it?
oven noise. You hear the cars outside.
It's nice. It's like amongst it in the big city.
You need to grab another slice, mate, because I get to... Oh, yeah, that's it. I didn't finish my story.
Go on, then.
So, I think one of the first pizzas I got with Katie, obviously you're still trying to impress. You're not letting your full, horrible, mad, selfish side out just yet, because you've only been dating a couple of weeks.
And it's nice to lie.
It's great to lie. And we ordered a pizza. I thought, this is lovely. We're both proper getting into this. I finished the pizza. I was like, oh, God, girl, yeah, I'm full.
Cool girl. Cool. All right.
And basically, it wasn't until afterwards she said, that's because I've only had 2 slices. You had the whole pizza.
Oh, right.
Because I always saw a slice of pizza in her hand. I thought she was up to date. She was up to date with the pizza slice. So because I always saw a slice in her hand, didn't realise it was only the first one. She's a slow eater. She'll learn. She'll pick up.
Yeah, well, it's early lesson for her.
Exactly. And yeah, I had the whole pizza basically.
Has she picked up now? Does she gobble it down?
Yeah, she gobbles it right down. Don't laugh at that. I'm going for another spicy. Can I introduce your podcast, or is that wrong?
You can.
What are you going to say also? You know the bit where you introduce the podcast before I'm here, you'll be like, oh, on this show.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
I'm not going to tell you yet, but it'll be something like, oh, Joe, he's my mate and my best man. Get that in to keep you happy.
Yeah. By the way, next door really loud. You'll probably hear a lot of door slamming.
What, is it only door slamming? It's not murder or anything, is it?
Don't know. Unless it's murder-related door slamming. Who can tell?
We don't know. We have to ask them. That won't be in the introduction.
What bit?
What we just done.
Oh, okay. But it'll be in the podcast?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, who knows?
It's up to you.
Well, and also you, in a way.
No, I don't really care.
I'll probably go, hello, this is a podcast with Joe in it. You don't know who Joe is? Well, boy, you're about to. Yeah.
Can you say something like, best looking one you've had on the podcast so far?
Fittest guest so far. I was going to do one with Ella, but I actually haven't done it.
You haven't done it, so
that
plus
it's true.
Yeah.
And then I'll say, oh, he's a carrot. He's a right card.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yep.
Oh, he wears a little hat. Not always little.
After we finish this pizza,
Yeah.
can we like, even though I guess this is going into your podcast,
Yeah.
can we still take a break just so I can feel like I'm getting my podcast hat on a bit?
Yeah.
So I have this, maybe have a glass of water, a bit of my wine, and then I can kind of go into it again and go, oh, hello.
Yeah, get really up for it.
Yeah, because it's hard to get up for it when you're eating a stodgy pizza.
It is really. I'm going to have a sip of the wine and I'll tell you what it's like.
I don't really mind because it's only from Sainsbury's.
Oh, that's wine. Let me tell. Hold on, listen. That's wine.
Yeah. Is this the first time you've eaten on your podcast?
Yes.
Nice.
I was saving that for you.
Good.
Is it the first time I've drunk a wine on it? Yes.
Yeah. Can you have another one of this slice, please?
Yeah.
'Cause-
I'll have the small bit.
No.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I want that bit. That's
Why?
your bit now. Because I like you to get things you want.
Yeah, but you're my guest. I want you to have it.
Well, you're my guest though. It sort of balances out. I'm here. You're on here.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. This is really nice.
Don't ask me anything yet.
I won't.
Not yet.
No. This is nice.
I can't think about changing the world whilst eating pizza.
No, exactly. No one's ever done that.
No. If you asked Einstein what's MC squared, or whatever it was, whilst he's noshing down on a pepperoni pizza,
He'll be going.
give it a minute, boy. Let me finish this slice.
Let me gobble it down.
And then I'll tell you, MC squared is not. What is it?
Speed of light, is it?
No, but what's the thing?
C equals MC squared.
No.
E.
I don't know.
E equals. It's the weird E, isn't it? One of them jaggedy ones.
Honestly, I don't know, mate. That's your slice.
If
I'm
you-
a spice boy.
Go on then. If you want maths, go BBC Bite Size.
And that's yours. Look at that.
Oh,
Equal.